Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting to you right here as we tip off. Woods controls possession a few seconds in. I'm Chase Coburn from Fairfield Woods Middle School. Underway here for our first stream of 2025. Fairfield Woods versus Wooster. A quick miss from Jossie. Wooster pushes it up 20 seconds into the game. Now, unfortunately, you guys missed the introductions. We couldn't even introduce it. We do want to put up the starters for you guys here for Fairfield Woods. We got Megan and Jossie in the backcourt, and then we got Taylor, Lily, and Ray Baxter in the front court for Fairfield Woods. McDonald watches it go out of bounds as Woods gets another opportunity to climb down the court after the recent Farrell miss. Now, this was one of the first games of the season we saw this year between Fairfield Woods and the Wooster Wildcats. I want to say it was the second matchup of the season, right when the boys actually played Woods. Woods was on the road, and it was a loss for them. So this is a situation where obviously they're going to want to play differently, and we're kind of going to speak about throughout the stream some of the situational things that were going on for Fairfield Woods during that contest, how they can improve on those mechanics in this matchup. Out deep, Taylor Vrahman kind of playing football, batting down a pass. It's going to be a jump ball. It's going to stay with Wooster. Their starting lineup, Hermione Hodges wearing number 9, Jada Smith in 24, Kaylin Getter in 26, Aziara Ashley in 30, and Sarah Kahn in 34. Your starters for the Wooster Wildcats in this game. Shot no good. Jossie watches it fall. Rebound goes right back here to Wooster. And Ashley is the one to get the first points on the board. The guest, the road team in the Wildcats of Wooster, off to a fantastic start. They get a steal with a fast break. Farrell fouls and 2 free throw shots on the way. No, sorry, they say a travel before the contact. So now Wooster's going to press, and that's been the main issue we've seen from Fairfield Woods all season long. Are they going to be able to beat the press? It's something they work on in practice, but something where they also seem to have some struggles. And right there, Lily and Megan just not on point on that look. As it's a 2-0 start for Wooster, they get the ball again. They haven't had to play much defense since the first possession where Jossie missed that wing 3-pointer as we just began our stream. Quick 3 off the inbound. Rolls away for Smith. Lundergan controls it. They got to push it up court. There is an 8-second rule, so they can't take all day. Wooster pushes back a minute 30 into the quarter. Lundergan will try it for the lead. Yes, sir. Megan Lundergan, cash money on the second attempt of the game for Fairfield Woods. They take a 1-point lead due to the top of the key 3. Double team here. Great defense from McDonald. She's playing on the perimeter. Quick jump shot for Smith. The backboard, Ashley, excuse me. The backboard's your best friend for a reason. Ashley's got all 4 today for Wooster. Robin pushes it up the court to Ray Baxter. Out Megan Lundergan as Woods controls their pace. They get it down low. Baxter, really the only, center-ish player on the team. She's usually the enforcer, the rebounder, and gets those looks down low. Right now, no look on that possession as it's Smith to control it for Wooster. They get it down low. Ashley, she's been the problem already. She's been dominating. What a Euro step drop to the rim. No, the shot rolls away. Trying to play great defense on the other end. It's essentially a 2-on-1. Woods is having trouble exploiting it. Lundergan has to get it up court, and she does. Controlling the pace again for Fairfield Woods. Farrell, the leading scorer, hasn't touched the ball much. Shot clangs off the top of the rim. 3 minutes into the quarter. So far, a 4-3 start for the visiting Wildcats in dark blue. Taylor Vrahman, a steal, a drive. Can't execute on the bucket, though. That's what Megan Lundergan did so well in their double overtime win against Madison the last time we broadcasted a girls basketball game here at Fairfield Woods. That's what was so excellent is McDonald not only got the steal in the crucial situation, but she drove it in for 2, driving it in for 2. Right in Woods territory for Wooster, Jada Smith getting her first points of the day. Vrahman from 3, rolls away, couldn't even get to the rim. Woods had plenty of time to prepare in this game. with the boys basketball team actually practiced until 3:45. Worcester didn't really get here until about 4:20. So when you play a Stratford team, oftentimes Woods has a lot of time to prepare. So far, preparation hasn't kicked in. It's a 6-3 start, though they're playing aggressively. And Megan Lundergan, look, has this a one-possession game. Head coach in Worcester, Mallory Rochford, decides to call timeout, regroup with her girls. We'll be back a little over halfway into the first quarter. 6-3 on the Worcester side. This game has actually a lot of playoff implications as we enter the 2025 year, and we spoke with Coach LaBelle before the game. We're going to try to get you guys that interview, facing some technical difficulties before the stream, but we're going to try to get you that interview. This was a game where Woods kind of reached their lowest point of the year when they lost 42-32 in the second game of the season. Worcester just played a really well all-around basketball game, but now all of a sudden Fairfield Woods has won 3 of their last 4 games. And they're just a half game behind Worcester for the 4th seed in the league. This is a really, really pivotal game that could determine postseason tiebreakers. And right now, to begin after the timeout, we're seeing back and forth scoring. Ashley on the Worcester end, Lily McDonald knocking it in on the Woods end. Megan Lundergan pickpocketing. McDonald got the last bucket. Fromman tries to get it to Farrell, who could hardly keep it in. Fromman lays on the ground trying to get it. There's McDonald with a tip that stays with Woods. Love the aggressive effort thus far from the Fairfield Woods Wildcats. Jossie calls for the inbound. She is the one to do the inbound. 5 minutes in here to the quarter. McDonald calls to a backcourt violation there. She's got to be careful when you grab the ball at about that half-court range. Lundergan with space. Both shots for Woods today coming from 3-point range. McDonald, try another one. Rebound, Fromman. She puts it right back up and puts it in. That's where Taylor Fromman is so good, folks. That is where she is so great, and that's a role that Ray Baxter usually has. But Fromman had that temporary wrist injury back in the month of December. She's playing really well here to begin this game. You get that rebound in the bucket. She's also played an extremely good game thus far. Defensively, shot way too high as it hits off the top of the backboard on the Worcester sideline for Harmony Hodges. Not great harmony on that look. Staying Woods way off the tip. The press is going to be an issue. Spoke with Megan Lundergan about that before the game. And I think anyone on this team could acknowledge, spoke with Jossie about it as well. The press is the issue for Fairfield Woods. That's what can clog up their offense. But in the half court, you have shooters like Jossie and Megan, even Lily McDonald knocking down some shots, and Taylor and Ray down low. Estelle down low as well when she gets time, Estelle Medeiros. So you have the talent in the half court. It's just about getting it to that range that is sometimes so difficult for Coach Atwood's squad. 2 free throws on the way for Woods' leading scorer, Jossie Farrell, who will head to the line with 2:04 to go in this first quarter. Fairfield Woods again won 3 of their last 4. Obviously the double overtime win, over Madison. Kind of the key game that stands out. Never seen a double overtime game in my history of announcing, let alone an overtime game. We saw double overtime in that matchup. Jossie misses the second, though she did make the first. So Woods takes their second lead of the day since their 3-2 start after Lundergan's 3-pointer. But what a chaotic game that was, and Woods looking to follow it up here with another victory. They did lose their final road game on the road on Monday the 16th, which snapped their 3-game winning streak. So still a lot of postseason implications on the line, though they look to get back in the win column with a W against a team that previously beat them, as we mentioned earlier. Great defense, aggressive defense at that, from Wooster, and you have to think that these starters right here are going to take up the majority of their looks today. Only 8 players on this team, and Mallory Rochford was kind of talking about that. It's a short squad, not in the sense of height. They have a lot of tall players, just in the sense of roster size. So the 5 you see on the court right now in dark blue, probably going to be the ones you see for a lot of the game. Megan Lundergan off the inbound three-pointer, and Woods is a 4-point lead. Ray Baxter, the steal also. Intercepting a good look that would have driven them towards the rim. Farrell, her scoring today, 1 free throw. Robbins mid-ranger, too much from the baseline. Filthy, but the shot's no good. The rebound is also no good on the redirect for Smith. And Sarah Kahn is the one to finally put it up after multiple second chance looks. Woods still controlling a 2-point lead. Jossie has some space. She'll try it. Chasing it down again is Farrell after her missed look. Down low to Robin, and there's the jump ball. Going to the Wooster sideline. Going towards Worcester's side. Excuse me, the sideline pretty hyped up about it. 32 seconds left so far in the first quarter. We've seen some spurts of offense here and there, but overall it's been a defensive identity for both teams. You know, I see that, but Woods has quietly put together a 12-point quarter. You do that, that's 48 points. That's a lot of points in a game in this league with 4 8-minute quarters. So very, very impressive offensive outlook for them, though 4 consecutive points from Wooster. And Azaria Ashley has got 8 on the day of Worcester's 12, and all of a sudden it's a tie game. 5 seconds left in the first period. 3 seconds. Jossie, they got to try it. Lundergan, they don't get it off in time. The shot was good after the buzzer, but it was about a second late. We'll go into quarter number 2 for the Fairfield Woods Gymnasium. We're going to talk a little bit more about what this matchup means for Woods, what is on the line for the 3 and 4 Cats. We'll be right back. We're all squared up at 12 going into the second quarter. Here, Tabanic Pavilion and D'Angelo Court. Representing our principal and assistant principal here at Fairfield Woods. The girls on the Woods sideline doing a good job at it. We're all tied at 12 thus far, and Megan Lundergan been a key reason for it. She's got 6 of those 12 points for Fairfield Woods, but even Lily McDonald grabbing it a 3-pointer. And Taylor Vrobin with a redirect look. So just a lot of great looks today for Fairfield Woods. A really, really hot quarter for them, though defensively, they weren't exactly able to keep up with Wooster, who has tied the score at 12. Only substitution on the Woods sideline is Estelle Madera checking in for Ray Baxter. Jossie trying to control it. Megan tiptoes down the sideline, carries while doing so. 19 seconds into the quarter, and Woods gives it away. Liana Blackwell, number 6 in dark blue, checking in for Wooster. Trying to get it down low. Robin tries to chase for it, and she gets it. Robin pushes it down the court. There's some contact in the process. And a little confused by it is Azaria Ashley, who had herself a dominant first quarter. She put up 8 points. Just in one period. If you put yourself in pace for 32 in an individual game in this league, you're going to be one of the best players, and I think that's already been apparent thus far. Amaya Polite Gets it to Ashley. Shot rolls away. Polite. Very polite rebound for her team. Robin picks it up from the ground, tries to get it. She's on the ground on her knees. McDonald's just got to get it out of there, and she does. She has Farrell and Madera to her right. Lundergan slows it down. McDonald's wide open on the pass. That would be a 2. Jossie can't control a rebound. Looks like she tried to look for the look after the bucket before even controlling the rebound. And it will go to Wooster. Down low, Blackwell. Triple teamed at the moment, just has to get a shot up. Jossie grabs the rebound after it doesn't even hit the rim. Barrel, a minute 30 into the corner, gets decked as the ball goes flying. That'll be contact. Jossie appears all right. Robin will be the one to inbound after the collision. Lundergan wide open, pump fakes, driving. What a move by Megan Lundergan. Kept off with an exceptional bucket. The first points of what has thus far been a lower scoring quarter on both ends. Megan Lundergan, 8 of the 14 for Woods. She's been elite thus far, 2 minutes into the second quarter. Three-pointer clangs off the back of the backboard. Driving in now is Ashley, ridiculous. Right now it feels like it's the Megan Lundergan, Azaria, Ashley show. Ashley's got 10, Lundergan's got 8, as again we're just a little over 2 minutes in to this second period of action. Lundergan attacks and floats. Lundergan! Unbelievable. That's 10 on the day. Double digits in just a quarter and a half for number 5 in white. Lundergan's been a pivotal part of this team's success in all 3 years, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, both defensively and offensively, though it seems like she's really matured as an offensive player this year. She gives it up this time to Farrell. Three-pointer on the wing, rolls away. Little bit of creative dribble moves, almost sees a turnover for Wooster. Only McDonald, a little bit of a foul there. She tried to get the ball away from Jada Smith. Charlie Thompson, the 7th grader, checks in. Estelle Madera played close to 3 minutes, though that's all the time she's seen thus far. Charlie Thompson checks in. You know, it's interesting for a Woods team that is so familiar with the press offensively, having to deal with it. They don't really press often. That's just their defensive outlook. And Coach Atwood and the assistant have just done such an exceptional job at coaching them this year. They're both middle school, high school, and college basketball players, so they know what it takes to coach on all these levels and how to anchor a defense. Now, they can't really guard Azaria Ashley. I don't think anyone can right now. She's got 12 of Worcester's 16 points. She's been the key difference maker for them today. McDonald, too many dribble moves. Now she's trying for a steal, too. She may get called for contact again. It says she's not. Azaria Ashley, aggressive play down the court. Her shot rolls away. She gets the rebound, and she's fouled. A chance for 2 more and for a Worcester lead for the first time since about the middle of the first quarter. Ashley has been outstanding. So I think what the challenge is going to be for Coach Atwood is who do you have on Ashley? Because from a size perspective, there's no one as tall and as big kind of down low to anchor the paint. They don't have anyone like that. Now, Worcester does. They bring in Liz Gaudin, number 16. But overall, the offense is going to run through Azaria Ashley, who may not sit the entire game if she continues to play like this. If I was the head coach of Worcester, too, I wouldn't exactly make that decision. She makes one of the 2 free throws, but the question is going to be, is it Ray? Is it Estelle? Or do you play a small ball lineup like we see right now where you have neither in and hope everyone else can be shut down? Maybe give her points, make sure the looks aren't being generated on any other phases. Jossie, the Euro, and the contact. Farrell will go for 2. Talking about maturing offensively as a scorer, Jossie's done that, been much more efficient from 3-point range, though she's got 2 misses from that territory today. She'll look for 2 more at the line. She had a great game against Madison in that double OT game. 12 points, 5 rebounds on 2 of 4 shooting from downtown. Now, it's good to know she also plays volleyball, which she said helps her improve her jumping ability. She's also in drama, so multi-versed in a ton of different areas in athletics, but also just across Fairfield Woods Middle School. It's going to stay with Wooster. Excuse me, it'll go right back to Fairfield Woods after Farrell misses the second free throw. So 1 of 2 on free throw attempts on back-to-back possessions for the fellow Wildcats. And so we're tied at 17, just over halfway into this quarter. It's going to stay with Woods. McDonald seems a little timid and jittery with the basketball today. Though on her one catch-and-shoot opportunity, she knocked it down with ease. Maybe that's her angle today. Lundergan, we know she can dribble the ball. We know she can score the ball. Unbelievable, 12 points on the day for Lundergan. And it's almost as if we're going to have a star watch today between Lundergan and Ashley. 5 in white, 30 in dark blue. Down low, Glodden looking for an opportunity and a jump ball. 3:35 checking into the game, Sarah Kahn. Started the game, got a quick 2 early. Hasn't done much since, instead coming out of the game will be Harmony Hodges. Shut off the inbound is good. Call it 3 points. The field goal position as the ref saw. If that's a field goal, that was right down the uprights from 65 yards. A perfect look. Lundergan looks for a pass attempt that's tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Wildcats of Fairfield Woods. The battle of the Wildcats, by the way, which I gotta say, for two teams that are familiar with each other and are playing really aggressively, it must be kind of awkward to have two different Wildcats, especially on the boys' side as well. Woods and Wooster faced off in the semifinal last year at Wooster. We broadcasted that game here on the Fairfield Woods channel. So it must kind of be an awkward thing. Look, if I'm them, I come up with the meeting and I say, one of us has got to be named Wildcats and the other's got to switch. Is it Woods or is it Wooster? How about they make a deal? Winner of this game gets to be the true Wildcats. We'll see what happens. Currently, Wooster's up by 1, and they got a breakaway opportunity. Jada Smith driving and scoring. Jada Smith, the 3-pointer earlier, and some more to tack on to her score. Wooster now leads by 3. Jossie, a mid-range attempt, rejected though with contact. Sarah Kahn's the one to foul. Jossie will go back to the line. Jossie 2 of 4 thus far from free throw range. And that one rolls in. Both shots good to go for the 8th grader from North Stratfield. And Mallory Watchford wants to call timeout. 22-21, we'll go to break. We're back for Fairfield Woods. We're going to talk about throughout the entire day the issues with the press for Woods offense. I actually spoke with Jossie Farrell. In attendance for today's game is Craig Austrie, a former University of Connecticut men's basketball player, 3rd all-time in free throw percentage, averaged 5.5 points a game. On Jim Calhoun's Final Four team, he went to one of Woods' practices to kind of help them train, and he kind of worked on beating the press. Being a Division I collegiate basketball player at the University of Connecticut in the Final Four, he'd be a great person to speak to about that. Coach Austria, as they call him, really trying to help with their identity with the press. Great to see him in attendance today, supporting the Cats. We're back 22-21 in favor of Wooster, a high-scoring affair. And all of a sudden, Jada Smith, once her name mentioned in the Star Watch category, all of a sudden she's got a large total of 9 points today. Okay. Bring it back. Jossie at the free throw line today, and she's just struggled to shoot consistently from that range. Her 8th free throw attempt of the day is coming up, so at least she's getting the looks. But obviously, you just want to shoot them efficiently, and it's hard. You know, it's hard to be so consistent. We're just coming back from winter break. I think everyone can agree on all phases. They're still rusty as we're on the Tuesday after the New Year. You know, it's only been a week since New Year's Eve, so I think everyone can agree that there's a little bit of rust in whatever it is they choose to do. Fairfield Woods kind of had that defensively. They've allowed 26 points today, though they've been able to compensate for it with a great offensive day with 21 points. Worcester gets it back. Megan Lunder get a steal. She's got Taylor Froman open. Did not have the space to find her. Charlie Thompson. Lily McDonald trying it. Shot no good. Azaria Ashland. Ashley, what a dominant day today. Floats it up. Shot hits off the back of the backboard, so she has been contained a little bit, surprisingly without one of Ray Orsdell in the game. It was tipped. No backcourt violation, 50 seconds. Froman can't keep up. What a move from Ashley. She just can't make those floaters at the moment right now. Another shot rolls off with a bang. Megan Lundergan's got Taylor Froman. If she's patient, she wants to drive it for herself. Loses her dribble. Lily, a mid-range jumper. Staying with Woods. A rough opportunity to miss out on. With a fast break opportunity, though, I think Lundergan just lost control of her dribble. Can she drive down? Shot is rejected. McDonald now tries a three-pointer. That one also no good. So the shooting efficiencies we saw in the first half and the first quarter haven't exactly been there in quarter number 2 for Woods. Jada Smith. Tips going Woods' way. 9 seconds left to go in this half. 5 seconds. Lundergan attack. She's rejected. Tips. Goes out of bounds. Clock is at 1 second. That clock ticked a lot quicker than Woods would have hoped. They're going to have 1 second to get a shot up. Jossie, she got it up. Can't exactly get it in. The right Ladies and gentlemen, welcome here to the Fairfield Woods halftime show. Justin Otashi, let's send it down to you, our sideline man, Justin Otashi, for his halftime report.
Thank you, Chase. Megan Lundgren already 12 points, 6 rebounds, really close to that double-double. Megan Lundgren also assisting to Josie Fairley, who I've heard on defense that they've been calling the shooter, but Megan really delivered from this team. She got 12 points off of 3-pointers, layups, everything you could think of. Well, that's all for today on Justin Otashi. Back to you, Chase.
Thank you so much, Justin Otashi, for that message. Great halftime show. We got Justin Otashi right here also handling stats for us today. We're shorthanded today coming off a winter break, but obviously we make it work here, and Fairfield Woods is making it work offensively. The main story, Megan Lundgren. And we've seen what she's been capable of, in different stretches here and there over these past 3 seasons. I don't think Fairfield Woods has ever seen her play this well. She's controlling the offense. She's demanding the looks, but also in a good way. She's been a great facilitator, and I honestly think her and Taylor Vrahman, I guess possibly due to Vrahman's injury, she's kind of been fluctuating in and out of the starting lineup. They haven't had much chemistry together. If they could start to build that chemistry, some of those 2-on-1 opportunities, Vrahman's getting open on those looks, and Woods is missing her. So if they can start to capitalize on those opportunities, all of a sudden you have a game where you're not down 5 points. I mean, eventually at the end of the day, you're going to say this and that, blah, blah, blah. You got 12 points, you got even more than that. You got like 14 points, based on my estimations, for Azaria Ashley. And when you have one individual player playing that well on one team, it's hard to win a game. Now, they have diversified their looks, them being Wooster. They've gotten Jada Smith in the mix. They've gotten Amia Polite, They've gotten Sarah Kahn in the mix. They've started to go through their rotation of 8 players. They've played all 8. However, when you have one player who's so dominant, you have to contain her, and the other players are going to start to step up. And that's what happened. They clearly have a pick-your-poison offense, and that's why in a league where sometimes the score is ending, last game against Madison, we saw it was 27-27 going into overtime. Worcester has 26 in the first half. They only finished with 42 in the last matchup, so clearly this is an abnormally efficient offensive day for Worcester, and they're capitalizing on it. Let's go to our main camera. We're just a few seconds away from our second half of action from Fairfield Woods. A chance for Woods to turn around what is a 5-point deficit at the moment and possibly turn it into a win. They look to get back in the win column, and it's important if you kind of look at the standings, which are unfortunately not public. However, they are on, if you go to Roger Ludlow's basketball website, they are on there for both girls and boys. Right now, Fairfield Woods currently in the 3rd position in the league at 3-4. 2-3 is Worcester, so they played less games. However, Fairfield Woods also has a better point differential per game, so this is the team that can compete with them, and we're seeing that right now. A really great offensive showdown. 2 more quarters to decide possibly which team will get a top 4 seed and a home game in this year's playoffs. It really could come down to that. We're underway, the second half of action from Fairfield Woods. Worcester looking to close out another victory in a season sweep over Fairfield Woods. Jada Smith, again, bringing herself into the Star Watch category. Worcester now has their largest lead of the day with 7, and Jada Smith has been a key part of that. She's got 14 today. Ashley gets it back for Worcester. It's a long pass down to Sarah Kahn. 34 in dark blue, tries a deep 3-pointer. Not quite. Looking over the chessboard is Lundgren. Again, she's been the star player. Can they diversify their looks to other players, though? Vrahman. Lundgren had McDonald open. She wants to do it all herself. I don't blame her. With her success, she can't get it that time, though gets fouled. So 2 free throws on the way for Lundgren. Again, she's been on the team all 3 seasons. That being Megan Lundgren. She's previously played FBA travel. Her season goal was to average above 7 points per game. For context, some players right now who don't even get much playing time, their goal was 7 points per game. So Lundgren may be setting her goals a little lower than she should have because she has been such a key scorer. Maybe set it at 7 points a half because that's how great she has been. The key thing she said she did in the offseason. She improved her three-point shot. And it's funny, the frequency of the amount of times she takes those shots is lower than it was just a year ago. However, she now has a package where you can drive to the rim, play great defense. It honestly is a great combination. Charlie Thompson checking out. Ray Baxter checking in now that initial starting lineup. But again, Megan Lundergan matured as a player, matured as a scorer, and it's helped her have a terrific day. 13 points and 5 rebounds on 5 of 7 shooting. She knocked down both free throws. The deficit's back to 9, just a little over 1 minute in to the third quarter of action. It's stolen. There's Taylor Froman again. She's having herself a day defensively. Make that her 4th steal of the afternoon. I beg your pardon, her 3rd steal now leads to a Woods offensive opportunity. Lundergan looks for 15. Instead, numero 5, number 5 in white, will go to the line for 2 more free throw opportunities. She only shot 50% from the line a year ago from the charity stripe in the 4 games we were able to broadcast of the girls' team last year. We've already been able to broadcast, I think, just as many, if not more, games this year. So we're glad. Just a scheduling conflicts, we weren't able to do it last year, but we're glad we're able to do it this year, and perhaps a playoff game, which we haven't done yet with the girls' team, with them performing all of their games, with them performing on the road over the past 2 years in the postseason. But hopefully we get to do that again, because this is a team right now that you watch them play. They have the potential to host a playoff game, which would be a monumental achievement for a team that's finished in the bottom 2 in the standings back-to-back years. Lundergan driving, has it taken away from her. Maybe diversify the looks. Wooster seems to be adjusting to the fact that Lundergan has been the main drawing source, I should say, of offense. Down low, what a pass. The shots just aren't good. That's what's going to happen in middle school basketball. Some of the inconsistencies on both teams. A little over 2 minutes in. Joss is going to slow it down on Lily McDonald and back Farrell. Froman's wide open. They get it back Farrell. Some people near us here, some of the fans, chanted corner, corner. And they found the corner for a look, though they didn't take the shot. Lundergan with the left hand. Her shots are getting on point. They're just not going in. That is a foul. So it will stay with Wooster. No, excuse me. It will go right back to Fairfield Woods. And now a few substitutions being made for Wooster. Liana Blackwell checks into the game. Quick shot. Smith can't execute. Lead is down to 4. Was 7 with an immediate bucket for Wooster. No offense since then, and that's a team with 26 points in the first half. There's Jossie Farrell. She's starting to get some points on the board. She's got 4 today. I beg your pardon, 6 points on the day for number 10 in white. The deficit's 2. Froman tries to control it. Smith has got it. A floater with it. Can't exactly get it like a bundle from State Farm there. You can't exactly have the good defensive effort, the dribble move, and the shot. Jake from State Farm would not be happy with that one. 4:40 left in the third. 28-26 Wooster. Jossie, she's the leading scorer on the team. Maybe she can get it together and start to get some points on the board. We know how talented she is. Some of the shots just haven't fallen yet. Ray Baxter, the rebound. Out there is Farrell. McDonald's wide open. Baxter. An opportunity for Farrell, and she's fouled for 2 points. 2 shots. Looking for 2 points. Jossie will look for a second attempt. Driving it in, Jossie the steal. So you get the free throw attempt. She doesn't make it, but she had the bucket, the attempts, the defensive effort. McDonald's shot is out of bounds. Honestly, would have been better if she kept it in. It would have been a wide open opportunity for Jada Smith. 3:36 here left to go in this third quarter. Been a long one, it feels like. One that's kind of dragging on. Been a lot of stoppages of play and very little offense. 5-2, Woods is outscoring Wooster, though the deficit still remains at 2. Driving, attacking, rolling away. Got to get back. Blackwell, not enough power on it. Smith tries to control it. There's the jump ball. Going Woods' way. To throw it in, Farrell does. It's Lundergan. The main story, she's got 15-26. But the question is it Farrell? Is it McDonald? Who else is going to step up? Who's going to be the hero like McDonald was and Farrell was in their double OT win over Madison? Step back three-pointer, rolls away. Hey, look, she was the story of the first half, but Azaria Ashley has been contained significantly in half number 2. Some incredible halftime adjustments made by Coach Atwood. Jossie tries one, a little bit too much force on it. McDonald, that would be a 2. Her shot also rims away. Rangers trying to clean up the rebounds. She can only do so much. She has to strip away of Robin Fells from behind. Sarah Kahn checks in for Fairfield Woods. And for the first time today, for Wooster Middle School, for the first time today, Azaria Ashley has checked out of the game. She hasn't had as great of a third quarter as she had in her first and second quarters to begin the game. Maybe she's trying to regain her confidence. Maybe it's because she just ran out of energy, too. You know, you saw Michael Pierce get the interception this week for the Baltimore Ravens in the NFL. And his response as to why he stopped, the bus ran out of gas. Sometimes you just need a moment to recharge. Now, Lundergan, Farrell, McDonald, those players haven't had 1 minute to recharge. Same with Robin. All 4 of those players on the Woods sideline have been in the game all day. Maybe a reason why you're seeing less offense from them. The problem wasn't offense in the first 2 quarters. The problem was defense. Now they fixed the defense, and the offense can't get there. Once they start playing complementary basketball, this is a really dangerous team who can contend with anyone out there across Fairfield County. Just over 2 minutes left here in this third quarter. If Robin's open, will she try it? No, an immediate pass back to Lundergan. Robin doesn't really seem comfortable attempting a lot of these shots today. Just feels like she wants to have an immediate pass to Robin. I think Jossie was looking for a foul there. Kind of at all that they didn't call contact. Instead, her shot goes out of bounds, but it was deflected off of a Wooster defender. Lundergan, can she get back to the level she was playing at earlier? I mean, that was one of the best levels of the court, one of the best players of the court. Farrell with a minute 45. Lundergan. A rebound and a triple team. Blackwell tries to get it out of there. That looked like a travel to me. Instead, they're going Wooster way. Looked like a 3-second violation, a travel. Just kind of looked like something should have been called there. They don't call it. Instead, Wooster's got the basketball in what has been kind of a snooze fest of a third quarter. There's only been 7 total points in the entire quarter. Now, for context as to how crazy that is, there was 47 scored in the first half. Lundergan maybe thought it could roll out of bounds and they could reset. She's got to grab it, though. Oh, and Smith is hurt. Maybe they call foul, maybe they don't. Smith is in significant pain. She was working with Lundergan as Lundergan was driving it. This entire place has gotten quiet as Smith holding her face to the bench. She'll have to be substituted out. Liz Glauden checking in. We hope for the best for Smith, who's done such a great job today controlling the tempo for Wooster and head coach Mallory Rochford checking out the injury on the sideline. We do have to resume play, though. Jossie's shot is no good, so they kept it with Woods, so they did pause it for the injury, so no foul or anything, but they wanted to make sure she would be okay. A drive down the rim. Good defense from Jossie. She's able to, I wouldn't say deflect it, but more contest the look, as Woods now has an opportunity going down the court. They have not taken a lead since Wooster regained it 20-19 in the second quarter. Can they now regain that lead if you're Fairfield Woods? They got 40 seconds to do it before we head into the fourth quarter. Lundergan floats it. That would have tied it. Couldn't fall. Even with the injury, still no Azaria Ashley in the game, which kind of appeared as a shock. 25 seconds left to go in this quarter. Robin and Megan really applying the pressure. When you apply pressure, mistakes are going to happen. Perfect example of it right there. And we talked about Coach Austrie, former Connecticut University basketball player, how he was helping them with the press. Maybe he was helping them also on how to apply the pressure defensively. Lundergan slowing down the pace. She's only got 10 seconds, 9 seconds now to make something happen. McDonald, she's going to try it. Is that a three? Doesn't matter since the shot doesn't fall. A look down low. They did not call a foul. They're going to wave off all contact to end the quarter. Only 7 total points in the quarter and none over the final few minutes. 2 offensive quarters, 1 defensive quarter. What will the story be in the fourth period? That's to be determined. We'll return from Fairfield Woods. We're right back here for Fairfield Woods here for the fourth and final quarter of action. And I feel like because of what I like to call a snooze fest of a third quarter where we really saw very little offensive production, it was good basketball, don't get me wrong. Both teams played with great heart, great aggressiveness. I mean, right now you have 4 players on the Woods team who have not rested at all. Like, that's very impressive, and you have to think the offense is going to slow down eventually. Just shocking after the offensive production we saw in the first 2 quarters. It's almost as if the defense overcompensated for the way it was on both sides in the first 2 quarters. 1 quarter for Woods to make it work and get back to 500. Farrell, there it is. She ties the game. Jossie's starting to warm up shooting-wise throughout this matchup. And that's where they're so good, when Megan can fund Jossie, and Farrell's got a quiet 8 points today. They try to trap him in the corner. They call a jump ball. Going Woods' way. Great play from Lily McDonald and Ray Baxter to trap him in the corner. The worst nightmare for a coach and for an offensive weapon who has the ball. Ashley getting a message from her coach as she late to walk down defensively. Lundergan tries a little bit of a forced look that's no good. Ashley's got a 2-on-1. Barrel can't contain him. It's a great look from Wooster. The first shot's no good. Ashley's second one has contact drawn. Just about a minute in thus far into the quarter. You can see the clock right there from our wonderful side angle. And shout out to an incredible team we have here at Fairfield Woods, because we have a whole team of broadcasters and people behind the scenes They really help make this happen. It's not just me on the mic. Obviously, I do want to highlight Arv Kapoor in the studio, who just does so much for us. Kind of a jack of all trades, if you will, along with many others in this club. So we appreciate their support and your guys' support as the fans. We appreciate you guys tuning in and really supporting us, giving us a reason to really want to do this every single day, even outside of the fact of us just for enjoyment. We really appreciate the support and the viewership that we get on these streams. It really does mean a lot to us. So kind of on behalf of the Woods broadcast team, we appreciate it. We got ourselves a game to broadcast today. We're all tied at 28. Wooster gets back the basketball, and there's a travel. Can't jump, then go back down. You're going to get called for footsteps, as I like to say, and they do. Lundergan hasn't really had any offensive production since the beginning of the third quarter. Now hear this, Wooster doesn't have a point since 15 seconds into the third quarter. So the defense has significantly improved on one side. Can Ashley finish that? Lundergan is much smaller. She's got to guard Ashley. The power, just too much. Ashley was literally playing at a level I've never seen a girls basketball player in middle school play at in the first half. She doesn't have any points in the second half. So it's been definitely a turnaround and a difference in production for Wooster. But, I mean, already just their offensive production alone, when you score 26 points in 2 quarters in this county, that's going to be good enough for you to stay in this game as Wooster regains their lead as Ashley gets on the board. "13 points on the day for Ashley. Second shot rolls away. 2 minutes into this fourth and most likely final quarter, unless we see a double OT game, which I think we're fine with, even though it's 5:25 on a Tuesday, school day. Ray Baxter's shot just with a little bit too much power as it released. So it goes back to Wooster with a 1-point lead. Engineering the offense is Ashley. Oh my goodness. She's back, folks. What a drive. She's got 15. That ties Lundergan for the most for any player on the court. Jossie's shot, very narrow in its form. As it's now a 3-point lead for Wooster, and they regain possession. Now, if Wooster's going to start scoring again, Woods has got to make those open looks. If not, Wooster could run away with it. Great defense from Taylor Vrobin today, who's been absolutely outstanding. It's going to be a timeout here for head coach Mallory Rochford. Really little timeouts from Coach Atwood, so maybe Coach Rochford on the Wooster sideline questioning a little bit more, also trying to make sure her team wins this game. Good coaching on both sides, good playing on good sides. We got a doozy for you to end this game. 31-28 Wooster, 5:07 left in the fourth. We're back from Fairfield Woods. 5:07 left to go, where Woods looks to return to 500 status. The key thing I'm looking at here, and you don't want to say it too loud because you don't want Wooster to hear it if you're supporting Fairfield Woods from home or if you're here at the stadium. One of the things you don't want, for certain, is for Wooster to apply the press, because already Woods is having offensive trouble. If they apply the press, that could be bad. They had an offensive look. Robin had it stolen away. Now Ray Baxter pickpocketing the opposition. Lundergan out McDonald. She's got Farrell at the point. She wants to drive it herself. It rolls away. Lundergan's got it. She wanted to tie the game with the three-pointer. Instead, she hesitated, then waited as she got it to Farrell and regrouped the offense. This is terrific defense at the moment from Wooster. Ken Woods exploit it. How to exploit it? Make a good shot. Farrell makes a good shot. We're tied at 31. Last game, Woods needed a bucket. Jossie provided it. Next game, Woods needs a bucket, and Jossie provides it when she needs to. A little over halfway into the fourth quarter, and we're tied at 31. Trying to drive it in, Ray Baxter. There's going to be a jump ball. Baxter trying to control it. It will stay with Wooster in opposing territory. Kaylin Getter checks into the game, number 26. Check it out here, Sarah Kahn. Just had herself a pair of points earlier in the game. Though hasn't really done much since they make the substitution. Kahn has brought a great defensive effort. She just hasn't been a focal point of their offensive scheme. And try to drive it down low. Smith shot, too much force on it. That feels like a recurring pattern on both sides. It feels like because this game has been so intense and so aggressive, they're using that in their shot-making abilities. Taylor Rahman, just a perfect touch on it. She had a great look earlier. She gets a great shot there. She's got 4 points on the day. And she gives Fairfield Woods the lead for the first time since the second quarter. A 33-31 contest. No one other than Azaria Ashley here with 2 free throws and a chance to tie this game had she made both, though she missed it. Timeout. Seems to be some confusion on the Woods sideline. Coach Atwood will call a time. Woods up 2 thanks to incredible buckets from Jossie Farrell and Taylor Rahman. 3:15 left to go in the fourth, and the Cats just a little over 180 seconds away from 500. We're back from Fairfield Woods. Pivotal action here, and I want to give a huge shout out. We had a cameraman change mid-game. We want to talk about a jack of all trades. Alexander Majeski is that right now. A huge shout out to him. Parshma Shaw on the scoreboard, Justin Otashi on the sideline and on the stats. Aiden McDowell get a great team here in Fairfield Woods. Setting some things up. Ashley shot, both of which from the free throw line were no good. So now it's Fairfield Woods with the opportunity to add on to what is now a 2-point lead for them. There's a great steal, though. Jossie trying to regroup to Megan. Jada Smith, a great drive, a great look, and a foul. Smith has a chance for Wooster to regain their lead. Jossie's called with the contact. What a move and attack from Smith. And Wooster with a little bit of a statement that quiets his crowd. We will remain even. Deadlocked at 33. Great defensive outlook, though. Ashley tries to get it undeadlocked, if you will. We'll go Woods' way, though, off the foot of Ashley. She had too much force on it. It was tipped away. Then again, off her foot. So Woods will get it, and so far it's been Jossie and Megan kind of controlling the offense at different parts of the game. They're the inbounders, the ones who bring it up the court for Woods the majority of the time. Jossie, she gets it down low, Ray Baxter. Ball's on the ground. Taylor Rahman looks for it, a jump ball. This one is with Woods. It looks like beforehand, Coach Atwood called the timeout. She only has a handful remaining, so she's got to be careful with which ones she uses. 2:29 left, deadlocked at 33 from Bannock Pavilion. We're back from Fairfield Woods Middle School. Just a little under 2.5 minutes to go, and Megan Lundergan really disappointed in herself after that drop pass, but she's just done so much today. You know, it's hard to do it all in a league like this, and obviously others have stepped up. Taylor Vrubin, Millie McDonald early, Jossie Farrell as of late, but obviously she's been the focal point of offensive success, the driving force of offensive success, and so, yeah, she's disappointed in herself, but boy, she's done so much. And Woods, it felt like maybe Wooster would start to generate that momentum offensively like they did with 26 points in 2 quarters to begin the game. Woods has stayed strong defensively, and whatever Coach Atwood said at halftime has rejuvenated their defensive efforts. Mid-range, that will be a 2 as Jossie stepped above the line had she made it in. Lily McDonald will be the one to inbound after it goes out of bounds. They try to get it to Lundergan, a very similar system. Smith was there back-to-back times on the same exact read to deflect it the first time and rolled off Lundergan's hands. The second time, Smith got a piece of it as now Wooster controls the pace. But I think it just shows you a 42-32 score the last time these two teams played. Woods has already scored more, and they probably will allow less. The improvements that have been made since the second game of the season where Woods was on the road are substantial. They're obvious, they're apparent, and we're seeing that in this matchup, both offensively and defensively, and you have to give a lot of credit to Coach Atwood. Some of these 8th graders, it's their 3rd head coach in 3 years. You gotta give them a lot of credit and this entire Woods coaching staff for the efforts they've made. Timeout from the far sideline. Mallory Rushford, head coach of Wooster, wants to talk it over. 1 minute since we last went to break. Still locked at 33. No scoring since. Great defensive outlook late. We'll be back. .126. 2 great head coaches, 2 great schools, 2 great teams, and 1 battle to become a true Wildcat. Which team will? The Wildcats of Wooster and Stratford, or the Wildcats of Woods in Fairfield? 1:15 to decide it. Or we could go to an overtime again. Or maybe a double overtime. Heck, maybe a triple overtime. We'll find out in the next 65 seconds of game action. No shot clock. Jossie's going to apply the pressure, force a pass or a look, and there's going to be a timeout for Wooster. It looked like as if that was a plan, maybe trying to get Jossie to foul an immediate timeout afterwards. Curious about what the strategy is here. Seems like something much more advanced than someone from a naked eye, not a part of the team, could figure out. 59 seconds, about 30 seconds since we last spoke. Wooster just dribbles it. Not much action. We'll be right back. Returning from game action for Fairfield Woods. 59 seconds I love to use this saying because it's so true. Deadlocked at 33. 26 points in the first 2 quarters from Wooster. Just 7 since. They got 58 seconds to get just a few more and push their way to an advantage and tiebreaker for the season for the 4th seed. If not, Woods can control that. Jada Smith, Jossie Farrell applying the pressure on the perimeter. Looking over the chessboard and driving it in for Wooster. Shot is too much. Amaya Polite. Her shot rolls away. McDonald the rebound. Farrell gets it above half court. Now a timeout from the Woods sideline. They want to draw up an offensive play. A great defensive effort. Can it turn into offense? We'll find out after a quick break. 34 seconds left in regulation action. Unless, again, of course, we need OT. We're returning here from Bannock Pavilion. 34 seconds left in Fairfield Woods Wooster Middle School action for the Battle of the Wildcats. 34 seconds left to determine which of those teams will get an opportunity for a 4th seed, which we're at that point in the season where we're in the second half of the year. At least for Woods, are playing their 8th game of the year. Sitting at a 3-4 record, they look to return to 500 status. Now, I wonder what the play was. Jossie's been really hot shooting-wise as of late. Lundergan was early in the game. Farrell's 1 rebound away from a double-double. Credit to our stat keeper, Justin Otashi, for figuring all of that out. Yeah, Jossie's got 11 and 9 today. Who does the shot go to? 27 seconds. Will it be Farrell? Will it be Lundergan? They play a game of hot potato to figure it out. Farrell's got some space. She drives in, shoots. Shot's a little short. Rebounds on the ground for Vrooman. Jump ball. Staying with Woods. Possession arrow. Still on the Fairfield Woods side. And they'll stack it up. Another timeout for Coach Atwood. So that play drawn up, they got a good look on it, just couldn't exactly go. They'll look for one more. 15 seconds away from 500. Returning, 15 seconds, and the same conversation we just had at the last break. Who gets the shot? To me, I think it's whoever's open. We saw the heroics from Lily McDonald last game. Maybe she's the one to get the shot. Now, personally, with 11 points, 9 rebounds, and really efficient shooting as of late, I'd give it to Jossie Farrell, who, by the way, hasn't attempted a three-pointer since the first three-pointer of the game. She shot 1 3-pointer early and hasn't attempted a 3 since. So maybe they give it to her. You don't need 3. All you need is 2. Jossie's the one to inbound as they stack it up. Maybe a reason why they called timeout. Lundergan, 13 seconds. Shots away and off. Pressure from Wooster. They got 7 seconds, 6 seconds. Screaming go from the Wooster sideline, and a foul on number 1, Lily McDonald, to stop the pressure. 5 seconds away from overtime. Can Wooster get one last look in what would, by the way, be most likely the first buzzer beater I have ever announced here at Fairfield Woods, if they do beat the buzzer? And I think on this sideline, you know who the shot's going to. Jada Smith, outstanding. She's returned from injury, amazing. But, oh, wait a minute. They say a foul. That's in the bonus. That's 5 fouls. Excuse me. So, all of a sudden, Azaria Ashley, 2 free throws with an opportunity to take a lead. She misses the first. This second one, as pivotal as any look the entire night. 5 seconds. Misses. No good. From it a rebound. 4 seconds and a foul. Ashley turns around with contact. Coach Atwood doesn't have a timeout. Jossie will be the one to inbound. 3 seconds for one last look. They gotta push it down court. Currently, Lundergan is there, being lost in the shuffle. They get it. Megan, 2 seconds, rolls away. Ashley at the buzzer, chucks it. Not enough for the second straight home game from Fairfield Woods. Overtime is required, and regulation has expired. We're tied at 33. We will need overtime action from Fairfield Woods. Tied up at 33. 15 points, 5 rebounds from Megan Lundergan. 11 points, 9 rebounds from Jossie Farrell. That's been the story, and this story will need to continue on for another 5 minutes from Bannock Pavilion. Returning to action from Fairfield Woods. It's actually going to be 4-minute overtimes instead of 5, which is, if I recall correctly, what we saw against Madison. Maybe it was 4, so it will be a 4-minute period. Both teams going offensively in the exact same direction as they were before, with Wooster going towards their own sideline and Woods going towards their own sideline. Smith, a quick jumper, rolls away, her foot seemingly on the line, so I think it would have only been a 2. Nevertheless, Woods controls it. 15 seconds in to the overtime period. Second straight home game for Fairfield Woods girls basketball that requires an overtime. Farrell. Lundergan. Farrell cuts under the defense to Lundergan's left. McDonald's to the right. She gets it. Lundergan wants to attack. She does. Floats it up. Shot goes in the air. Jossie, that would be a 2. Not enough. Lily driving. What a look. The overtime hero again. Lily McDonald, just like she did against Madison, coming up with the pivotal tie-breaking overtime look, and Woods leads 35-33. McDonald's got 5 and 5 on the day, and this entire crowd and atmosphere at Woods is happy. Wooster looks for a response that they can't make on that initial look. But you know Azaria Ashley is going to have something to say about that. She's been this difference maker all day for Wooster. A shot down low. McDonald tries for the defensive look. Out Megan Lundergan. Harmony Hodges almost loses control of it. She does, but Jossie's the one to tip it out. A quick substitution. Sarah Kahn is the one to check in for Wooster. The one checking out being Kaylin Getter. 2:30. The first scoring we saw from a while came from McDonald, but Wooster again looking for that pivotal response. Kahn's shot rolls away. She checks in, looks for a shot, but it doesn't fall. Jossie, she's got Megan to her left. Out McDonald. Fruman, too much. That's been a problem the entire day for both teams. Just too much force. Jossie's got a double-double on the day with her rebound. So make that 11 and 10 on what has ended up being a really well-rounded performance from the 8th grader from North Stratfield Elementary. 142, and there's a travel. Jossie, a minute 39. Farrell attacks, drives. .125. Call it off. Fell on the ground by Jossie. The Woods sideline does not like it. They wanted a travel. Instead, it's going to be 2 free throws, 2 pivotal ones at that, from Azaria Ashley, who's been so prolific today, but has missed a few free throws as of late. Will not come back to hurt them. Ashley. The struggle is real. She's been so great down low, but has just struggled from the free throw line. Sarah Codd checks out. Kaylin Getter checks in. This would be big if made for Ashley. She does. She makes it a 1-point game, which changes the whole dynamic now for Woods. A 2-pointer makes it a 3-point game. A shot that Wooster really hasn't made today. In fact, looking at the score, I don't think they've made a 3-point shot today. Maybe 1 or 2. Just looking at it, we don't have their statistics. We'll be really curious to find out because their offense has run through Ashley, who drives down low. Jocelyn, as I was saying, is the one to draw contact and go to the free throw line. 2 big shots for Farrell. She already has attempted 10 on the day. She's only made 4, but an opportunity here with 2 more incoming for her to continue what's been a prolific 11-point, 10-rebound outing for the 8th grader. Some frustration, but also some support from her teammates. This shot returns the deficit to 2 points. Still 1 possession, and it is. (36-34). We're no longer deadlocked at that 33 score. Woods leads by 2. An opportunity to go to 500 if they can hold on. Mid-range look, no good for Wooster. Smith drives it in. Jada Smith ties the game! We're now tied at 36. What an opportunity down low with 35 seconds to go. Not meaning to rhyme like Dr. Seuss, I say, but what a game these girls are going to play. This has been unbelievable. Is it going double overtime again? 18 seconds and a timeout, Coach Atwood. She wants to talk over what the offensive strategy is with 17 more seconds. We'll be back. We return to action off the timeout. 17 seconds. Where does this look go? Is it to Lundergan or Farrell? They got to push the pace. 10 seconds. If not, this game needs double overtime. Farrell, Lundergan, 5 seconds. She tries it. She's fouled. Jossie hugging her from behind. Lily and are both comforting her. One shot, one made free throw, and Wooster's chances of winning this game are completely minimized with 3 seconds left on the clock. She's got it. I had an entire team of players excited to hear about it. No one's there to rebound. The last thing you need is a foul on a shot attempt. They're just trying to play back right now, and then if they make a half-court shot, just tip your cap. That's what's probably going to have to happen, most likely a timeout after this free throw no matter what. Lundergan. No good, but she gets her own rebound. Drives it to the rim. No time left. Wooster let the rebound sit. Megan Lundergan, your hero the entire game, finishes it off in the final seconds. It's OBER. This one's over. Woods is back to 500. They control home court with their first win of 2025. What a performance. What a game between two teams who both played terrific games. We're going to wrap this up here. We're going to have a special interview for you the next time we stream with Coach Atwood. Next time we stream a girls game. That will be in our next game. We're going to wrap it up here. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this one. From Fairfield Woods Middle School, I'm Chase Coburn saying so long. 37-36, the final. Fairfield Woods, the overtime heroics